That starter 4 grind is no joke. It's taking forever. And I've noticed that it's harder to put together a team of 5. People have stopped playing. They're still playing, but they're not playing as often as before. Like when the game first came out for like the first month or so, you hit up people to put together a 5, they would say something like, we're already in a game right now. Wait till this game is over, we'll jump on, etc. But now I see people hitting you up. They're like, yo, we need 3. We need 2. We need 3, baby. So people are still playing, but it's not like before. Splash. And that's why I've been playing a lot of starting 5, because you don't need a 5. You just need yourself. You hop on there, get those games in. Now, when you do the math to level up from starter 3 to starter 4, it looks like you need 100 wins in either rec center or starting 5, right? Because each win, you go up about 1%. When I was in starter 2 going to starter 3, you were going up almost 2%, maybe 1.7%. So they're lowering it splash every tier that you go up. And when I was playing with some other people, because remember Max, I think he was veteran 1. He's trying to get veteran 2. And he said he was going up like 0.1 a game. And this is when you're playing a rec center game. That's tough. That's when you win. So if you don't win, who knows what you go up? It's very low. So that means you got to triple, quadruple the amount of wins you got to get. How are people putting in all right? Think about it. The people who are already veteran 1 and 2 and 3, they're going crazy. How many hours have they played, baby? They've been going nonstop. So that boost that we got from season 1 to 2 for being in Rise, that was a big boost. And you know that they're going to cheese 2K. They're going to let Elite get a win every once in a while. And look at this. I shouldn't have passed that. I'm wide open in the paint. They're rotating like crazy. I thought they were going to stop the layup. They did not. But you know they're going to let Elite win eventually. But right now, if they did that, it would be so obvious that they're cheesing that leaderboard. Because everybody that's going to Legend, everybody that's racing, that's playing this game a lot, that's sitting down playing like 8 hours a day plus, the majority of those people went to Rise. So there's no way that Elite can win the season. It's not that Elite doesn't have good players, they do, but they don't have the goons that are playing like 10 hours a day every day. So there's no way they're gonna win. So if at the end of season 2 they say that Elite won, you know they out here cheesing. Maybe after that Legend grind is over, maybe people will slow down a little bit. But for right now, they gotta let us win. Now the only problem is you need to qualify. You need to play in some of those events in order to get the boost, because a lot of people didn't get it because they didn't participate. I don't know if the rec center counts. I know in season 1, I played some park that one weekend when they had the bingo event, so I know that that qualified me. I don't know if the rec center games I was playing or the starter 5, I don't think that counts. So I got to make sure that in season 2, I do an event. So far, I haven't really seen any. I don't know if any of them have counted. I know they've had events where you have to wear specific clothes to get the double XP. I'm not doing that. I'm not using any VC to buy some gear. They got to give you the gear for free for me to do that. And then another thing too is a lot of times when they have a double XP event, they'll do it when it's a weekend when you're not on. It's almost like 2K's plotting. They're like, we don't think people gonna get on this weekend, so we're gonna put this event right here and hopefully they get on. Take advantage of that. Now I have been finessing the system for Moses, cuz I've been doing the daily spin every day. And there's no rush. I'm taking my sweet little time. But eventually, when I decide to pull out Moses, he'll have enough VC. He won't be 60 overall. Right now, he's up to 51K VC. The Halloween event, the trick-or-treating, he got 20K VC on that day alone. So now he's up to 51. Some days he only gets boost. You know, he gets useless boost. Sometimes he gets a banner, but then sometimes he gets that VC. I also do the daily pick'ems with Moses as well, so he gets a little bit of VC with that. The only problem is that he's not going to get any cap breakers. He's not going to get any new animations, even though they don't really have animations for centers. Because this face scan that I'm using, this is the one that I got when I actually went into the booth when I was at 2K. So whenever they put this on my player, I can't make a player that doesn't look like that. Any player I create will always have this exact same look. So I have to make Moses on another account, and there's no way I can get to starter 3 again, because that's a long grind. I can't do that twice. If I did that twice, I'd be at veteran 2, baby, on one account, right? Why would I do that? So when I make Moses, I'm gonna have to make him. He's not gonna be as good as he would be if you could get cap breakers, because let's say if I want a legend badge, I have to just get the legend ratings in the builder, because he's not gonna have max +1. We're not gonna have time to level up and do that every season. So his build won't be as good as it could be. You could make it a lot better, obviously, if you just go in there with cap breakers in mind, but he's from the hood. He ain't got time for that. Moses is from the hood. He ain't got that VC either. So that's why we're just taking our sweet little time. Whenever I do finally bring him out, he'll have enough VC. I don't think he'll be at 85 to start, but he won't be 60 overall. We'll be better than that. But that starter 4 grind is crazy. After playing all these games, I'm only at 14% of the way to starter 4. But my friends list, they've been playing a lot of different games lately, especially since Black Ops 6 came out. I actually did try some Black Ops 6, but it was pretty disappointing. The game, I was amazed at how bad it was. And I even got to level 55. I wanted to make sure that I played enough of the game to really decide, like, okay, is this ready for prime time? And it was just, it was a disappointment. The maps are unplayable. Oh my God, the maps are unplayable. They got a wall hack with the recon. That was enough for me to be like, all right, that's it. I've had enough. And they even nerfed recon, but it doesn't matter. Even if it's 0.5 seconds, if you die and then you can see where people are at in the walls, that's just, to me, that's unplayable. And I was wondering, because I'm like, how come I'm always dying when I'm on a streak? Because it seems like when I'm on a streak, it's almost like everybody knows exactly where you are. I even have Ghost, I got a silencer. And then when I realized that, when I saw that they had that recon ability, I was like, okay, that makes sense why people always know where I'm at. Then there's also another perk, the assassin perk. That's like a free Blackbird when you're on a streak. If they're using that, they see you on the mini map. They see exactly where you are. So I don't know what's going on with Call of Duty. I don't know how people are playing and enjoying it. And even the new maps they put in the game are terrible, because it's the same concept as the starter maps. So even though they're new, it's the same problem you have. And one of the new maps is an absolute disgrace. The museum map, it's basically a hallway. They just made a hallway and said, here you go, fight. The kill streaks suck, although the Dreadnought is pretty good. I've gotten the Dreadnought. It's almost like an AC-130, not quite. I don't know, that's actually fun, but it is pretty difficult to get one of those with the way that they're just trying to get you to die in that game, the bad maps, the bad spawns, everything. But it is very satisfying when you finally get it and you use it. So it's kind of worth playing for that. But the problem is all the other kill streaks in between the Dreadnought, going from the UAV and the counter, they all suck. Like when I use the helicopter, the Watchdog Helo, that thing never gets killed. I've only gotten 7 kills with that kill streak. I was hoping that kill streak would help me get to the Dreadnought, but it usually just gets shot down right away when I call it in. I had to stop using it. It was so bad. And then I remember I went to go take a look at how many kills I got. I was surprised that I even had kills, because whenever I get it, it never seems to kill anybody. I just hear it, you know, maybe I hear a hit marker, but then I hear that they shot it down. But then when I'm playing and the other team gets a Watchdog Helo, I always have to go inside a building because it stays up forever. Nobody ever takes it out, but they take mine out almost immediately. So I tried everything. I tried the napalm strike, useless. All I hear are hit markers. I tried them all. They're all trash except for the Dreadnought. The chopper gunner's okay, but that one can get shot down pretty fast too. I played that game solo. I played it on a team. It's a lot better when you play on a team, because when I play solo, it seems like they always match me up against teams. So I got to use like vigilance, because there's a counter UAV flying like every few seconds, and they're coordinated and they get hella Watchdog Helos. When I play with a team, the other team doesn't get all that stuff. It's so much easier to play, but the maps are still unbearable. And I know I can't be the only one that thinks the maps are terrible. It's almost like people have an addiction to getting their camos. So the game sucks and they know it sucks. There's all these issues. I didn't even talk about the hit detection where you're shooting people first and you end up losing. They shoot you in one bullet. But it's almost like people just ignore that the game is bad because they're just trying to get their camos. They don't really care. They're just trying to get their headshots. I really believe that if they took the camos out of the game, that nobody would play it because they would be like, what's the point of playing? I think people are playing it to get camos. I think they're addicted to the camo grind. It's pretty sad to see how bad Call of Duty is after all of these years. My songs, He Quit the Game, Lob City, and My Camo are now available on all streaming platforms. You can hear him. I'm looking like Curry turning early. Yeah. Let's go. He gives it back to me. I'll let it fly. Come on. Kyle the glass. There it is for the game. Got it.